there's a new patch bringing balance changes for Battlegrounds, Hearthstone Battlegrounds. So Battlegrounds update, general update. There is now a body meter bonus granted when you defeat Kel'Thuzad as a dead hero. Alright, that's a huge quality of play change, because basically now, whenever you defeat whenever you face Kel'Thuzad early on, so for example, if somebody just quits the game, you are not gonna get wrecked anymore. Because basically what happens when you only have tier 1 minions on the board is that you are not gonna attack into anything, so you're not gonna progress your body meter as fast as you should, and that will result in you getting your body one turn later most of the times. So Blizzard noticed that and they fixed it already. So really good. Moving on. Hero update. Tamsin Ram, our favorite hero, got changed. New hero power. It costs 0, down from 1. Start of combat. Destroy your lowest health minion. Give its stats to 4 friendly minions. That's a huge buff. So basically before Tamsin was unplayable because the hero power would cost 1 gold, and now it costs 0, so now Tamsin has a hero power, and that's good. So I think Tamsin is gonna be playable. We'll have to see like how it actually plays out, because it's still a weird hero power, like destroying your lowest health minion. Like sometimes you will have like really small stuff like Spawn, Light Fan, I don't know, Selfless, and then it's not that good. But I think this hero is still gonna be decent. It's kinda like Lich King. It's gonna be a hero that gives you tempo in the early game, and then we'll have to figure out the synergies with it mid game and late game. Obviously, an easy synergy is with Terragosa, but Terragosa is now a tier 4 minion, so it's not that easy to get. But I don't know, they're probably gonna be playable. Maybe even good, who knows. The main issue is that he doesn't have that good of a body, so... But now it's at least a consideration. Before it was just a non-existing hero. Moving on. Body updates. Elder Togawag, Queen's Woktaggle's body, got changed. It's now a Tavern tier 3, 5 attack, 4 health. Before it was Tavern tier 4, 4 attack, 3 health. So it got reduced by 1 tier and buffed by +1/+1. These are pretty big buffs already. But then the effect got nerfed. So it's still the same, but you can only use it 2 times per turn. And I assume the golden version, it's still only gonna work 2 times per turn, but it's gonna trigger your power twice. I mean, this is a big nerf. Basically, tier 1 Woktagle is non-existing anymore, because the main reason to stay on tier 1 was to cycle more elementals. Now you don't need to cycle infinite elementals. Like once elemental already fills up your body completely. So I think Togwaggle is still playable, not top tier anymore, but playable. It's just that you will need to have a good lobby for it. Like you will want demons and Maxine to get the pop bot or whatever, and even Mummy you can just find module because you will level to tier 4. And you really need Trickster. Like Trickster is super important, so you will need these 2 tribes in. And then sure, elementals will be nice because of elemental, but you could honestly do any tribe. You can just buy something twice, it's fine. And basically what you will do is you stay on tier 1, play either Rapam Curve, or maybe even stay on tier 1 until 8 gold, just to try and triple the Trickster. And yeah, then just get to tier 4 and just play your 2 minions every turn and back it up with some jugs, some mugs, some buffs like this, and also try to triple into a 5, maybe get a Light Fang, get a Bran, and get that little extra scaling that you need. So it's gonna be more like a Mukla kinda hero. And I think it's gonna be fine simply because we all know how quickly Quinto gets their buddy, just because of the nature of how the buddy system works. So even though this is a tier 3 buddy, I feel like you're gonna get it on turn 5 most of the times, same as a tier 2 buddy, and then you're also gonna triple it like by turn 10, so pretty quickly. So yeah, I think Quintog is still probably playable, but you're gonna need very specific lobbies to play her. And also you're gonna need to use your brain. You can't stay on tier 1 and just play elementals and get top 2 every time. Moving on, we have Lich Bass, Unearthed Underling, which also got nerfed. So from tier 4 it's now tier 3, from 4-4 it's now 3-3, so they reduced the stats this time around. But whenever your hero takes damage, these gains +3/+3, so they buffed the effect, which is huge. Then again, 2 left this turn. I think this is a really good change. Like, this makes me wanna play Lich Bass again. Although, like, just player and level, get to tier 6, do the strong stuff, what Lich Bass used to do before. But, like, the tier 1 strategy is dead. Although, I feel like this, to me, feels like a worse version of Baby Elec. In order to be better than Baby Elec, you need to find Weaver. At least one Weaver, preferably a Golden Weaver. So, in Demon lobbies, I think Lich Bass is still gonna be really good. You're gonna play either Gif or Chinese, like you need to get one Weaver, I feel like. At least. And then this is pretty strong, it's like a Bristleback Brute at minimum, just with your hero power. And then you can also double up if you have a Weaver. Just buy a Demon every turn, get +5/+5 until you golden the Weaver or this, and then it's even more scaling. Like, if you have Golden Underling and Golden Weaver, every turn you can buy a Demon for +10/+10. That's pretty good. So, and also like with Lich Bass, if you just play for tempo, you're gonna win your fights because you have extra gold, so extra minions. And you should get this pretty early as well. Maybe not turn 5, but sometimes yes. If you just win all of your fights, you can get it turn 5. Especially like if you get early Weavers and then you just buff them up, like sure, you're gonna get this early on. So yeah, really good change. Makes me wanna play Lich again, so feels amazing, man. And also like they got rid of all the tier 1 bullshit, so now the meta is gonna change a lot because of that. We'll see how it will go. Probably it will be more tempo based. And the big boy, Master Gadrin, Vol'jin's buddy, also got nerfed. So 6 attack down from 8. Doesn't matter too much, but it's still something. And then at the end of your turn, the minion to the left of this copies this minion's attack. This is basically the nerf I was suggesting like 2 patches ago. They finally did it. So now it's half the scaling. It's much slower. I assume the golden version will still split on left and right, kinda like what's it called? Kinda like the Illidan. But this is a huge change. The hero is still most likely, like, he's still very playable, but maybe it's not broken anymore because now it's gonna be slower. So maybe people will have time to kill you before you can get to your final full poison bullshit. And also, like, it's gonna be harder to just swap for stats. Like before, like the buddy was so fast that basically you could just use your hero power to buff up the health on your Bronze Wardens, on your Hydras, on your Crackling Cyclones. Now it's gonna be more like, let's say you get this, and you're either gonna buff a Pup Bot or you're gonna buff something shitty. So then the next turn, let's say you find 2 Cleaves or 2 Divine Shields, like you're gonna buy one to buff with the Godrin, And then you're gonna use your hero power to swap the attack from the shitty minion into the new Divine Shield or Cleave that you got. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Because keep in mind, even though this is a huge nerf, the Vol'jin hero power is still very good. Like, Vol'jin is one of the best late game hero power, because being able to fix your comp however you like, it's like a huge ability. So I'm expecting Vol'jin to still be strong, hopefully not as broken as it was before. We will see. Spirit Raptor, Brukan's buddy. It was a tier 3, it was a tier 2, it's now a tier 3. Well, this makes sense. Like, in the last patch, they nerfed all the broken tier 2 buddies, and then Brukan got left there, which was one of the best ones. He just dodged the bullet, and that was weird. So now the only super broken tempo tier 2 buddy left in the game is the Mukla one. But, I don't know. Although this is a huge nerf. Like, this makes me not wanna play Brukan anymore. Because, like, now you're gonna lose your fight on turn 5 if you stayed on tier 1. Because you're not gonna have your buddy for the extra push whenever you level to tier 3. Also, it's gonna make it slower to stack all your invocation onto the buddy. And most importantly, it's gonna take forever to get the triple. So yeah, I think Brukan is just unplayable now. Because the thing is, like, sure, Brukan is a good utility hero power, and like a really strong buddy in the late game, and also okay in the early game, and okay in the mid game. But the problem is, he doesn't have any kind of economy. And guess what? Whenever you don't have economy, it's harder to get direction. Like, you need to high roll in order to get your direction, because you don't have extra rolls, extra money. And before, tripling the buddy super early, since it was a tier 2, will lead into you having a direction, because you will triple it into a 6 and get like an Eliza, a Caligos, a Buster, whatever, and then have direction from there. But now, I think Brukan is just unplayable. Although, if you manage to survive until the late game, you still have like 3 one-sided ghoul out of your hero power and lots of utility from your body. But yeah, I think Brukan is just dead. Barov's Apprentice, Lord's Barov Buddy. Another one that dodged the bullet is now from tier 2 to tier 3, but they buffed it. Why do you buff it? Like, this thing is still broken. Why do you need to buff it? Like, the Raptor didn't buff, they didn't buff it whatsoever. Like, it would be a 5-2. This thing, it got buffed. What? I don't know, man. So basically, the only thing that this changes about Barov is that now Barov can't go to tier 6 ultra fast. Because basically what you will do before is you will get this on turn 5, and then you will go straight to tier 4, which means that on turn 6, the tier level up to tier 5 will go from 11 to 10, because one turn has passed, and then on turn 6 you could go straight to tier 5, and sometimes even to tier 6, if you won all your bets. So now Barov is gonna get to tier 5 and tier 6 one turn later, because they increased the Tavern tier up, which makes sense. That's why they increased the tier up level, but the buddy is still busted. If you win your bets, it's still gonna be insane. Although, I guess it's a step in the right direction. Although the buff to the stat line, I'm shaking my head, man. Like, I don't know, whatever. Dev's comment, although Lord's Barov's average power level was reasonable, some games had scream results when enough Waggers were won. The change aims to slow down the power spike in those cases. Well, basically what this reads is that, on average, you give a Barov to an average player, it's gonna suck. But guess what? At high level, people win all their Waggers, so the hero was super busted and it's still busted. So they're aiming to slow down the power spike. Oh well, this, I don't know, we'll see. hopefully it's a good enough nerf. Wait, Tamsin, monstrosity from tier 3 to tier 4 and they buff the health. I mean, why you do this, man? Like, sure, I get it. Tamsin now has stats in the early game, which means she's gonna get the body faster. But why? Do they think Tamsin is gonna be broken? Like, Quinto Guagle became tier 3. Why is this tier 4? I don't get it, man. Fucking Tamsin, let us play her for once in our life. Nah, whatever. I don't know, maybe Tamsin will be broken and this will be fine. I doubt it though. Junior Navigator got changed again. Old Tavern tier 2, new Tavern tier 3. So it went from 3 to 2 and now back to 3. What? At the start of your turn, get a recruitment map, still the same. Your maps cost 1. Alright. I mean, that's a big change. It's a buff. So basically now, the moment you play this, it does something finally. You play this and all of your maps cost 1. So, how I see myself playing this, if I will ever play it, is that you just stay on tier 1, you play your Chinese curve, you get this buddy on turn 5, maybe turn 6. So either 7 or 8 gold. And then like you're gonna have your maps in your hand because you just stayed on tier 1 and bought tier 1 minions. So then you just double level to tier 4, play this. I mean, you double level to tier 3, then you play this if you have it already, and then you can just sell your tokens and your 1-drops and open up your maps and get stronger. And then you can level to tier 4 and do it again and open up 2 maps. So, I mean, I don't know how strong this is gonna be, because like, that's all your hero is gonna do. Like, you're not gonna have another hero power, so it's gonna be like kind of like a Shadow Walk type of hero. But instead of spiking 6-drops, you are gonna spike maps. Is that gonna be a strong enough hero power to make a whole hero in a buddy meta? I don't know, maybe yes. Like, the thing is, this synergizes quite well with Avenge. The problem is that Avenge is not in a really good spot right now. Because like, you could stay on tier 1, get your Avenge set up, and then you don't even need a triple. Like, you just need to level up and open your map and get an Avenge card. So, we will see. Could be good, like, probably more playable than it was before, which was pretty unplayable. So, it's an interesting change, but will it make the hero top tier? I doubt it. Will it make the hero playable? Maybe. And Hunter of Old, Tess Greyman's buddy. Old, Tavern tier 3, 6 attack and 4 health. Now, Tavern tier 2, 5 attack and 3 health. Alright, so Tess has been unplayable ever since the bud release. I mean, this used to be a tier 4 at the start, it's now a tier 2. It kinda makes you understand how bad it was at the beginning. So, basically now Tess gets kinda like the kitty treatment. They have like a Kel'Thuzad kitty. They have a small tier 2 buddy that gives you value. Getting gold is pretty good. Getting buddies, it's also like having a tier 2 buddy that can give you like the tier 4 buddies before people even get them. Like, that's pretty good. The thing is though, if you've played Scabs, you will notice that like in most lobbies, like 5 or 6 out of the 7 buddies that your opponents are playing are gonna be useless for you, because like basically the best heroes are the ones that have buddies that work really well with your hero power and just kinda give you the direction that way. So like, this is just gonna give you 1 gold and some tempo, although most buddies don't have really good stats. So like, I don't know, it's an help to Tess. That being said, like in the current meta, I think Tess is pretty bad because the meta is balanced. At least like the minion pool is balanced. So like there are many direction viables and people are playing different comps. Like Tess shines whenever the meta is toxic and everyone is trying to play the same comp. That's why Tess was really good in the elemental patch, that's why Tess was really good in the Wilbur patch, and that's why Tess was really good in the minion overall patch, because it was an Avenge Clown Fiesta. So everyone will buy Avenge synergies, so you will get all your triples, and everyone will try to triple into Avenge, so you will just steal their Avenge stuff. So yeah, I think even though this is a good buddy, I don't think Tess is gonna be too strong. It's probably gonna be somewhat playable. Although, that being said, Tess, it's usually a hero that does okay in tournaments. So maybe with this change, we will see some Tess action in the upcoming Battlegrounds Lobby Legend. So looking forward for that. Anyway, this was it for the patch. It was a pretty good patch. Not too many changes, but all the changes were right. So they changed an unplayable hero into a playable hero. They fixed the Kel'Thuzad problem. Hopefully, we don't know how much the bonus is gonna be. They removed the bullshit tier 1 strategies and they made the hero actually interesting. Like, they're not unplayable. These two buddies are very playable. And I actually want to experiment with them. They're not gonna be top tier, but they're gonna be like solid B tier, maybe even A tier heroes. So, very good. They are trying to fix the Vol'jin, which was completely busted out of this world. The best hero ever released with the buddy. And the best hero ever in the whole Battlegrounds. So now they're trying to fix it, which is really good. Like before, every time you will pick a Vol'jin in a Dragon lobby, it will be a first place, unless you misplay. Or unless you get scammed by a lot of Mama Bear comps. And then they killed Brukan, which was annoying. Now people will play more mechs, for sure. They're trying to fix Barov, although he's probably still gonna be super strong. Maybe not broken anymore, but still super strong. This I don't really understand. And then yeah, some changes to some weak heroes. So yeah, looking forward to play the new patch, which will come out tonight if you're watching this video right now, which is the 3 of March. Anyway, see you guys in the next one, and don't forget to leave a like and a follow if you enjoyed the content for more upcoming videos. Bye bye!